I'll start this off with an intro fashion. Hello. Next thing. So we'll just start off by reviewing. I'll just start off by giving an overview of what we're going to do this time. Just quickly going to review Ethereum 101, which was the last workshop. And at the end of the workshop, we left you with a lot of stuff like, oh, this is DeFi, this is DAO, this is NFT. Like you can do a ton of stuff with Ethereum, but like we want to learn how to actually do that. And this is what we aim to do through this workshop. And through this workshop, we will eventually help you set up a wallet, learn what Etherscan is, basically learning how the transactions can be tracked and everything. And finally, we'll help you like deploy your first smart contract using Rails.
Let's restart this to size.
Okay, so just a little like a quick recap for Ethereum 101. We started over discussing why Bitcoin is cool. It's a great store of value, great medium of exchange. But we figured out Ethereum was even cooler. Why? Because you can program on it, and and in the spirit of Web3, we can like build cool shit on Ethereum, which you can't on Bitcoin. So we started off with that, and then we moved on to the which is basically like a universal computer. So I'll just go back to what Intel's example was about Ethereum virtual machine. Basically, imagine there's a calculator on the front desk in a classroom. There's Alice. Alice uses a calculator. There are a bunch of like people standing and seeing if Alice is doing the calculation right, if she's not messing with other people on it. Intel. Okay, I'll just go on. So a calculator, Alice would do computations on it. The people around her would validate and check if she's doing it right. Every time Alice comes up to the calculator, she has to pay some fee to the calculator, which is essentially distributed to the people validating around it. Why is this cool? Because why does Alice have to pay a fee? Imagine if there's an exam, Alice was like mess up the calculator for everyone else in the class. She can just try and put a huge number of calculations and like make the calculator stuck in an infinite loop. But every time she walks up, she has to pay some finite amount of money. So she essentially can't do that because it will take a huge amount of money for her to try and attempt to clog that computer. So we just took this example further as Ethereum virtual machine, which is like a globalized, which is a global computer to which every participant in the Ethereum universe has access to. So basically, the EVM is a calculator, but like instead for the people of the class, it's for everyone in the Ethereum universe. And the best thing, like why do we need this calculator? Why do we need this Ethereum virtual machine? And why is it cool? Because every time you do something on it, it's perfectly bulletproof. Like 1 + 1 will always equal to, it won't equal 3. So why does 1 + 1 need to equal 2 and not 3? Imagine if Intel wants to send me $1 million in ETH. What if instead of getting $1 million, I just get like $1 instead? 1 million is not equal to the 1 million Intel expected it to be. So we want this computer to be always bulletproof. Like a better way to like understand this would be like through banks. Say Intel wants to transfer $1 million to Paul. He trusts that the bank will make sure that $1 million will be transferred to Paul. So what Ethereum in this sense is trying to do is basically trying to be as bulletproof as the bank and ensuring that like $1 million is actually converted to Paul, and there's like no discrepancy in between. So we talked about this, and then we moved on to what smart contracts are, like which is essentially what makes Ethereum even cooler. You can basically program stuff on it, and we used the Tigger and Winnie the Pooh analogy. So unless Tigger places the pot of honey on this side of the revolving door, and unless Pooh places his a pile of cash on this side of the revolving door, the door won't move. If only one party puts unless both the parties put their respective ends of the deal on the table, it's only then that the deal is completed. So this is basically what banks do, or like insurance companies do. They basically try that. So they act as a middleman. And instead of having banks or insurance companies as middlemen, we just replace this with the revolving door in this analogy. And in the real world, in the Web3 world, we have Ethereum and smart contracts, which enable us to do this. So taking that analogy further, we talked about that we have a lot of application based off these smart contracts. We have DeFi, we have NFTs and DAOs and tokens. I mean, I just talked just like an overview about them and didn't really go into like what those actually are. So this is what we aim to do in this workshop, and basically enable you to make your own DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, and all of that stuff. So we're going to enable you to program on Ethereum in this workshop.
Cool. So next, I'll talk about sort of Solidity and how do you interact with Ethereum. So we've talked about Ethereum as a computer that everyone can use, everyone in the Ethereum ecosystem can use. So what does it actually mean to use this computer? There are two main ways to interact with Ethereum, or EVM. These words are somewhat interchangeable in the general context. So the first way is you can perform simple actions such as send money, read data using an existing program. You can do all of these in an Ethereum wallet, which we will help you set up in the workshop session. Or if you want to perform more complex actions, or you want these actions to be reusable, you write a program and then you put a program on Ethereum that can be used later by you or anyone else who you allow them, if you allow them to use the program. And to write a program, obviously we use a programming language, and Solidity is the most popular programming language for EVM programming. And Solidity actually, why do I say EVM and not Ethereum? Because not only there are a lot more EVM compatible smart contract chains than Ethereum. So by learning Solidity, you actually learn how to program on like tens and dozens of smart contract chains. So that's why we're teaching it. It's incredibly useful. This is a piece of sample Solidity code. You can see at the top, the first line says, this is the version of Solidity that we're writing in. There are multiple versions, and each version, their syntax are a little different. And from line 3 to line 16, this whole block in the curly braces is this contract that we're defining called Hello World. Within the contract, you see on line 5, we have a message, which is so a piece of data that this contract can store. You can have as many of these, or to a certain extent, as many of these internal data stores in your contract. And then you have functions below. You can have one or multiple functions. In this case, you can see the functions on line 10, line 11, line 13, update and reset. Both of these anyone can call because they use the modifier public. The constructor on line 7 is special because it will automatically gets called once when you deploy this contract. So we don't really need to understand everything about it. This is a whole different sort of course, learning about all the syntax, how Solidity works, but we just want to teach you the broad strokes of how sort of you can, Solidity gets on Ethereum today. Yes.
Is this basically just Java? Or?
So yes, it's really similar to JavaScript, and you can also see similarity with C. Programming language, it's just a way for you to sort of communicate your thought to the computer, and so they're all pretty similar in certain ways. So how do you actually get from this piece of code, which is like you can type this code in Word if you want to, and how does that turn into a smart contract? So you actually start with the code written in Solidity, and then you give it to a piece of software called compiler. Essentially, what it does is translates the Solidity code, which is more human readable, even though if you don't code, it's probably not readable to you, but it's more readable to programmers, and then takes that through the compiler and it translates it into bytecode, which are specific instructions that the machine can execute. So each line you see here is something that machine understands and knows what to do. And once you have this sort of a machine readable code, then you upload it to Ethereum via one of the Ethereum nodes. It's one of the participating computers that makes Ethereum work. And once you upload it to, and what happens is that this node would take your request to upload this piece of code, and it will sort of talk to the rest of the Ethereum network and say, here's a piece of code that we want to upload to Ethereum. And once that piece of code is picked up by a block proposer and finalized into a block, then that code will forever be accessible on Ethereum and have its unique ID and which is an address. So once you call that, in the future, you can call that address to call that piece of smart contract. Once it becomes a smart contract, then you can use a tool like Etherscan, which inspects the state of Ethereum, and you can actually see if you put in the address of smart contract, you can see information such as who actually published the code, when was it published, which block was it published, and all that information. Sometimes you can even see exact code content of that smart contract. So a smart contract, there are things that it can do, it cannot do. A smart contract can be a valid entity on the blockchain, just like a person. So it would have an address, which is, similar concept would be a driver's license and ID, similar to, you would create a wallet, which is an ID on the Ethereum. And almost the idea can sort of, like a similar idea would be, you as an individual, you pay taxes. And then if you register a company, you get an EIN, you still pay taxes. The company is not a person, but it's an entity that we recognize. And then you can also own assets. A smart contract can own Ethereum, it can own USDC, it can go NFT. So anything a person can own, a smart contract can own. And a smart contract can also interact with other smart contract accounts. So simplest thing, a smart contract can send you money, it can send other smart contracts money, and it can call other smart contracts functions and run other smart contracts. All those things a smart contract cannot do. Smart contract cannot change its code. So if you uploaded 3 lines of code, the contract will never get its 4th line. So once it's uploaded, it's uploaded. This is good and bad. The good thing about it is that suppose you're using an NFT marketplace that's decentralized, run our smart contract. It tells you that we take 0.2% commission. So if you want to buy an NFT, it's always going to be 0.2%. They cannot jack up the price overnight and say, now it's 20%, screw you. So this is good. What's bad about it is that if you make a mistake in your code, if you have a bug in your code, in Web 2, simply you just upload a fix and you're all good. But in Web 3, if you already have people using the smart contract, people are depositing millions of dollars into it, too bad, the money is gone. And the second thing that Ethereum, a smart contract cannot do is that it does not do things automatically. So, it's like a machine that you have to press a button to get it started. It does not schedule on itself. You cannot tell a smart contract to run itself every day of the week. You have to be the person that tells the smart contract, hey, it's 5 o'clock, you should run. And syntax, as Nick asked, syntax is actually very similar to a lot of the programming language we see. So the learning curve is not particularly high. Syntax is very similar to JavaScript. Declaring the variable is exactly the same way. It's a type name equals value. Well, I guess JavaScript, you don't need the semicolon at the end. It's not required. Then declaring a function, it's generally the same. So function name, parameters, modifier is different. And then the return values are optional here. But then you also have the code braces containing the body of the function. Other than the syntax that's similar to traditional programming, it has things that's very special to blockchain. It has these constructs that's only blockchain has. You have the idea of address, which is this ID equivalent in the blockchain world. If I'm someone, I have an address. That's my contract over there. It has an address. Second thing, payable. Because there's a lot of sort of monetary transaction and these cryptocurrencies that get transferred, payable is a modifier. You have to specify, when you're sending some money to someone, you want to make that function payable or that address payable. And you also have things like message sender versus transaction tx.origin. Essentially, in the smart contract world, I as a person, I can ask smart contract A to run, and smart contract A can then ask a smart contract B to run, right? So I would be the transaction origin, whereas for smart contract 2, smart contract A is the sender of the message, so the last person that called it to do something, and I am the message sender for smart contract A because I directly called A to do something. And of course, you have things like we can call other contracts and run a certain function in that contract. So, and then there's many more. If you want to learn more, we'll attach some material to get you started on Solidity. There's dozens page of documentation. Yeah, next I'll pass it to Paul to talk about Ethereum wallet, Ethereum accounts, and how to create a wallet. Wireless.
Yeah. All right. Hi.
Zoom. Yep, Zoom's good.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Today we're gonna make a. It's not syncing. Wait. Real quick. Let me just switch over. Oh. Okay, perfect. Okay, so today we're gonna go through making an Ethereum wallet and an account. Let me share my screen so it's not sure. Yep. Yeah, so an Ethereum account is basically like you give it's pretty self-explanatory. It's an account. It's like a way for you to access and like use Ethereum features. So an Ethereum account is, and you think about it, I put the term entity here because it's like multi-purpose. Like it's like giving you like access to all the features of Ethereum. So when you make an account with Ethereum, you basically have this like object, this entity, this address that allows you to do a couple of things. Like think about it as you set up like a little business or set up like a little wallet, or like you're a person in the Ethereum space. And so from there, you can send transactions. You also have a balance associated with this. Like you have a balance of Ethereum, you have a balance of like all the other like NFTs or like assets associated with it. And you also have a unique address on Ethereum. So with this address, you can send things from this address. People also know, like if they want to send something to you, they just search up your address. And so an Ethereum account has like mainly two like keys, right? The first key is a public key. This is analogous to a username, or you can think like, but it's more than that in the Ethereum space. It's also like your address, as I said. So the address itself is like a shortened version of the public key, and you'll be shared. This is what you share. Like this is publicly available on like the Ethereum network, and this is what you want like people to see, so they know they can send you things, and this is what people will see when you send them something. And then there's also a private key. You could think about this as a password, but in reality, like this is something you don't ever want to like give away to anyone, because this is what is used to like cryptographically sign all your transactions. And what I mean by that is each of your transactions is sort of encrypted using your private key so that they know it's from you. And to decrypt that, they would like people use your public key. So if you give away your private key, basically people can send transactions on your behalf, and like it's like basically giving away your account. Yeah. So that's an Ethereum account. There's a little bit of difference between an account and a wallet. So this is just like this is purely like semantic. An account is like the official way of like saying I have an account on Ethereum. Most of the time you see I have an Ethereum wallet. Usually wallets are like software provided by companies that help you manage your Ethereum account. It's just a semantic difference. So yeah, you can scan this QR code or click here, or like just search up this Medium article, how to create a MetaMask account. I'll walk you through it. And we can all come out of this with a MetaMask account. A MetaMask is a wallet, like a software. Yep. So this is the Medium article that you should be looking at. I will walk through this step by step. So I'll be using Google Chrome for the Chrome extension for MetaMask. There are probably other ways of doing this because MetaMask is like different forms, but let's just go through this. I'm going to search MetaMask Chrome extension. I got to reset mine because I had it previously. Right, so I added to Chrome. This is basically like giving away like into the Ethereum universe. So I will create a Ethereum account using this software.
If you guys want to like follow along, along and install it on your computer too. We're gonna run it like a demo where you deploy your own smart contract.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty important.
Yeah, so you should all follow along. So like it should automatically open up once you click install.
Does everyone
Yeah.
either
Is
have
everyone
a
following-
smart contract
everyone
or
following
has
around?
a wallet or is following to this step?
Yeah, if you need me to slow down, just raise your hand. I'll slow down.
All good? I can come help you if you're not.
Yeah. So workshop.
Good, good, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get started. Okay. So I bring you to this page for collecting your data and stuff. I'm just gonna agree. Okay. So I just want to preface like what I'm making now. It's called a burner wallet, like because it's all public. So, yeah, I'm never gonna use this wallet again. But in reality, don't like share everything like I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna click. So I already have a wallet. So I'm gonna click. No, I already have a secret recovery phase. But for all of you, just click yes. Let's get set up, and it'll bring you through like. Yeah. So then it'll bring you to like a couple of things like secret recovery phase. Mine is here. Please don't be like me and show it off.
Yeah, so follow the on-screen prompts. If you need help, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
If anyone is like running into any issues, let us know. So it should bring you to this prompt and giving you a password. You should reach this page once you're done with yours. Can you like look up once you're done? Yeah, then we'll know, then I can know to move on. Takes a while. I think I don't know until the secret recovery phase. Yes. You guys okay? Everything okay? Okay, done. All right. You're good.
Oh, okay, get started.
Oh,
Great. Okay, cool. Yes, let me know how it goes. Wallet. You probably have a wallet. You good? Good, good. Yeah. Next. Then so this click here.
Yeah.
Yes. Take a picture of it.
picture.
Yes.
You don't want to share this picture unless like
So this is like the password.
yeah.
So long.
It's very long. Yeah.
This is like the possibly generate for you.
Then next. So you have to confirm that you have written that down. So go back to your picture and click on the words sequentially. Meanwhile, does anyone else have any questions about crypto and whatever general? No. Cool. It's like you guys don't know it all.
Yeah, all done.
All right.
See this?
Okay, yes, you're good. Cool.
Okay. Yeah,
Nice.
it should pop up as a you should get this MetaMask thing. at the
If
top
you
right.
go like click the extension and you can pin it to the upper right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple of cool things. So the first thing you can do is I'm gonna get some free. So there are like a couple different nets, or like blockchain networks. That's the Ethereum main net. This is like the main network, like crypto network of Ethereum. Today we're gonna be using like a test network just so I can show you some features and we can like do like transactions with free Ethereum. So you can go to you click on this and then click show/hide test networks. And then it'll bring you to this page.
Oh yes. So click on
Then you click show test networks.
this is
Oh, it takes a while to like pop up. Yeah, it just takes a while.
Okay, cool.
Can you
So
compare with the
show high test net.
Yeah, then we'll go to Gorally test network. This one. Like once you click that, it should pop up.
It's good. And just click this so we have it copied.
And then I'm gonna go to this Gorally faucet. Okay, wait, a couple of things first. So when you look at your wallet, right? Like in this, like when it pops up, first of all, this thing at the top, this here, this is your public key. This is what I mentioned. Like if you ever want to like send a transaction, or if you want something to send a transaction to you, this is the address that you give them. And then you can go here, account details, and export private key. And when you click this, it will give you a private key. I'm not going to click it because it's a private key. Yeah. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to go to this website called goralyfaucet.com. Yeah, it's this website name. And we're all going to give ourselves some free like Ethereum. This only works because it's on a test network, like obviously, like no one's going to give you free Ethereum elsewhere. And then I'm going to paste the.
We gotta log in first.
Oh yeah. I'm logged in. Yeah. So you guys need to log into this, and you can get like 0.05 free Ethereum every day. So I've already used it today, so I can't do it. But what you would do is log in, paste that address in, and click send me Ether. Yeah. Okay. You guys okay?
Just create something.
All good?
All right. Next. Choose one. Skip for now. Let's go.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah. So you need to go to
I got it.
Oh, website.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can go to your wallet and very soon there will be numbers.
You guys already have it set up. You can log in with Google.
So far it's still 0, but I think in a bit it'll be 0.85.
Good. It's just like a bot network thing.
So we're just doing
Yeah,
like
it's-
this.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Just do this so like people don't keep farming this over and over again. You can skip it. You can skip it. You don't need to do the payments. You don't need to do the payments. Yeah.
Should I click that again?
Oh no, don't delete it.
Yeah. You go to your account.
So you can
Copy
actually
the
see
address.
like how this transaction.
Body
is
faucet.
going. Oh, what?
Put it in.
How do you want to locate the transaction hash?
Yeah. Go back to your account. Refresh.
Paul, like the transaction that they claim to send, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's scamming us. Okay. Maybe the faucet's down.
Huh.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I can send it.
Okay, so what's the best way to do this?
I can send.
Yeah, I can also send.
I tell them to go to the document, the tiny URL, and then just paste the key there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we can do it after this.
Did you go to the tiny URL?
Yeah, can you go to the slide, the last slide, it has the tiny URL.
Okay.
Can everyone go to the tiny URL link? Web3 Builders Solidity 101. This will contain the links to
Go to that
the rest of the demo that will be pretty important.
tinyurl.com.
Wait, what? Just go to this website. It will like lead you to a Google Doc with the links that we'll use in the upcoming demo.
Anyway,
Try this.
wait, it's
Down bad contract, bro.
Yeah.
wait, paste your. Does everyone have editing privilege?
Just I'll view it. Let me change it.
Yeah.
You want to just share from here? I think we don't have. I'll just pass over to you.
Sure. Okay, try now.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so in this next part of the workshop, let's run through a quick demo on deploying a smart contract yourself to the actual Go Early testnet. And I'll show you two cool things about a smart contract. The first one you'll deploy has a very bad security issue that allows anyone to withdraw all the funds from the smart contract. And the second smart contract that we're going to deploy is going to fix that error. So I will now show you what a typical developer will do to edit their Solidity code and develop their contract to the Ethereum network.
Oh, you put your address.
Is everyone on the Google Docs page with all the links? Just give me a thumbs up if you guys are with me.
On the Telegram.
Sure, I'll go back to the original slide. It's just go to tinyurl.com/w3b sol101.
Got it.
Where do I
Yes.
paste?
That's not me.
That's not you.
Do I have edit access?
You should have. Just yes.
I got. Wait. I don't know if I have edit access.
Just refresh it. Refresh. Okay, good. Next, let's go to this remix link. So click on this link that says remix. It will bring you to a website called remix.ethereum.org. So this is an inbuilt IDE to the browser. This basically just means that you can edit code on your browser and then deploy it onto the blockchain using this simple tool. And this is the tool that we're going to use today to simplify our deployment process. So just open it up and this should look something like this. Yeah, sure. Let's make it bigger. Yeah, okay. Does everyone see this plus sign up here on the workspaces? Go ahead and create a new workspace.
Oh, it's white.
And then template, choose a default template, and then just name it whatever you want. So I'm just gonna name it Web3 Builders. And then just press OK.
I sent you something.
What this does is it's going to make a bunch of folders for you with all the information required to deploy a smart contract. So everything that we need is already made for us using a template. What we want to do now is we want to make a new contract. So how to do this? Hover your mouse over this contracts folder and just double click. And then press new file. Now we're gonna name this whatever we want. I'm just gonna name this down bad contracts.sol. Make sure you have the .sol to identify that it's a Solidity file at the very end. So you can name it whatever you want, you just need a .sol at the end.
Yeah, that's the ID. That's like the code.
Okay, once everyone's created a new blank Solidity file, just give me a thumbs up so I know
Just
we're
walking
at.
through like
Okay, awesome.
a smart contract. Just this code.
Okay, Kyle, you good?
What do you
I'm
need?
getting there.
Okay. Okay.
We just made his own smart contract called down bad contract. He's
That's-
deploying it. That's it.
Yeah, just create a new file. We haven't added any code to it yet. Yeah. Okay, so the next step, go back to this Google Doc with all the links and go to the GitHub contract code
Let's go to the
and just click on that. And it will look something like this. So this is a good chance for me to quickly explain what GitHub is. So GitHub is just a platform.
Sure, it's fine.
Oh, yes.
Are you familiar with this? Right?
Yeah.
I'm not on the Zoom right now. Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah. You good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Just read me
Read me the code.
the meeting ID.
287-687-7417.
It's not valid.
Wait, 289
Okay.
687
Okay.
7417.
Okay.
I'm stupid.
Is the Zoom sharing? Let me take this chance to quickly explain what GitHub is. GitHub is just a platform that developers use to share their code and edit their code. So if one person is coding on their local computer, they can upload their code to GitHub and their teammates can pull their code from the website, make edits to it, and then publish these changes back onto GitHub. And this is how most organizations share code with each other. Some use different websites like Bitbucket, etc. But basically, the only reason we have this up right now is because I made a sample smart contract that we can just copy and paste over into our remix file. So if you guys see this copy button here, just go ahead and copy this entire file by clicking on this button right here, copy raw contents. And once you have that copied, go back to your remix and just paste this in to your empty file.
How do you copy the code?
On the GitHub. Yeah. 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 And then just paste it back into the file you made. Okay, everyone good on that step so far? Just give me a thumbs up if you guys are good. All right, awesome. So the next step here is Remix automatically compiles this contract for you, which is great. But if it didn't, go to this icon on the sidebar and just go ahead and run the compile down bad contract.sol really quickly. This basically checks the contract for any errors or bugs in your code before it will deploy to the blockchain. And if there's any bugs, it will throw an error here.
And it also converts the code into machine readable format.
Yeah, the bytecode. Okay. Next, let's go to the icon right under that. Now we're going to deploy our contracts. Up here in the environment, let's choose injected provider MetaMask. Basically, we're using our MetaMask wallet as a medium to deploy our smart contracts. this will be our provider. And then, this will actually, okay, I'm not gonna sign in here, but if you're connected, it's just gonna prompt you to sign in really quickly. Actually, I'll just do it really fast. Okay. Next, make sure the contract that you're going to deploy is down bad contract, and then simply click deploy. And then it's going to take you to a transaction. It's going to cost some of your ETH to deploy this to Goerli testnet. And just go ahead and click confirm. And then usually transactions on the blockchain take a while. So to track its progress, we can just open up our wallet and we see that it's currently pending. Was everyone able to deploy and make a transaction with their MetaMask? Okay.
I have sufficient funds.
That's sufficient. Did you have gas?
I don't think I
Check your wallet.
Okay, so we have so
where do I
so check your first reject. Where's
What did you? Okay,
first
first of all, just what did you click just now? You clicked deploy. And then same thing.
It just that there's a fee for like.
Yep. Confirm.
Yeah, was the gas too high or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Did anyone else have trouble with this?
I'll send you all point
Okay.
One. That's not bad.
Hey, that's a lot.
But like it's all on a fake network, right? So
But even fake money is hard to get nowadays.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get.
There's only a limited supply of fake money.
then
Too.
when there's a value to fake
Work
money,
faucet's down right now too.
Yeah, the faucet we use is the only one, and we have to only get 0.05 ETH per day or
It
something.
was 0.1 and then now it's 0.05. Now it's not.
Or wait, which one? Paradigm?
No, alchemy.
Alchemy?
And also, like, I saw a news article saying like developers are hoarding Goerli ETH. I mean,
Wait.
understandable. I'm also hoarding Goerli.
Have you thought about it? You know the games with like the either not games. If you can withdraw from that contract and then send it back to you, you could get a lot of ETH.
I don't know, sure about.
Wait, aren't they empty?
No, some of them have like balances something.
Okay, if everyone was able to deploy their contract, this contract deployment success, just give me a thumbs up
Should be
if
able
you
to-
guys were able to deploy your contracts.
Insufficient.
What does the smart contract do?
That's a good question. I'll get to this here in a bit.
0.011 now. Do I need to tweak the code to
I don't think so.
Yeah, in a little bit, we'll tweak the code if we have time.
because it's asking. I guess it's asking me to.
Okay, so now is a good time for me to explain what the smart contract does. I made a simple smart contract for a crowdsourcing campaign. So let's say you're running a fundraiser and you want people to just donate you money. That's it. So this smart contract only lets people donate money into the smart contract. And it supposedly only allows the owner to withdraw all the funds from the smart contracts. That's what it does. Once you guys have deployed your smart contract, you can click this button here, View on Etherscan, which should show up on your terminal. This will bring you to this page. Etherscan is the ledger, or basically, a phone book, which records all of the transactions on this network. So if you know the address of your transaction hash, you can verify it on Etherscan. And basically, if you just want to see the contract that you created, you can just click on this contract link here below. And here should bring you to your own unique page, and that is your own very own smart contract that you deployed. So, yeah.
Did everyone get there?
I didn't get it.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I
So
didn't.
everything seems good.
You got it.
Alright, yeah,
Were you able to find it on Etherscan?
like this.
So down here,
There we go.
So,
Nice.
so essentially it's saying.
Yeah.
You want
So like this stays here forever.
network
What?
to.
This like stays
and
on the
next
blockchain
week ask
forever.
like how much
Yeah,
you pay to
yeah.
other people.
Become a part of the.
You pay.
This is your legacy.
I contribute to the hash.
Like it was nonsense. Like
now it's not fully settled to
we just like uploaded like all of the same thing.
wait 40 seconds and then it's settled. So this is getting.
A lot of shit just floating around here. So much shit floating around. Just like
Okay, let's quickly let's do a quick like experiment with one of the smart contracts I deployed already. One thing I want to know is that in Remix, it allows you to write functions directly to the contract. And I will explain what that means here in a bit. But if you scroll down on your sidebar, you can see that down here, you can expand, you can expand this option here below deployed contracts. And it has a few options like donate, set new owner, withdraw, get balance, and then get owner. So these are different types of functions. You see that were like set here by the Solidity code. Let's quickly go to one of the smart contracts that I deployed already. So if everyone can go to the Google Docs and go to this first one called down bad contracts on Goerli Etherscan. So this link right here, just go to this one. It will bring you to its Etherscan page. And now just click on contract here.
Wait, what happened?
Go to the Google Docs and then click on this first link.
Click on.
We're all gonna run a short experiment on a smart contract that I already deployed.
The contract. Oh yeah, we got that.
Alright.
Those are like.
How are we doing?
57. Okay. Wait, on my contract?
No, this is one I deployed earlier.
Oh,
I mean, you have one.
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys have your own as well. Just save that link from earlier. Okay. If we go to the contract tab here, a few functions will show up if you click on read contract. So these functions are read functions, which means that if we run these functions, we can only read information that was stored in the smart contracts. Write functions, on the other hand, allow us to make certain calls to the smart contract to allow us to like get something from it. For example, we can like send Ethereum to it. We would have to write to the contract. But if we want to simply, see how much balance it has, we can run the get balance function. Okay, so can everyone go to the write contracts option here?
Yeah.
Under that, we'll have this connect to Web3 option. Just go ahead and click that. And basically what that does is that this connects your MetaMask wallet to the Etherscan website. So now you can use the Ethereum in your wallet to interact with the smart contract on this website. So just go ahead here and just connect.
Don't send too much because like we actually don't have that much.
Yeah, no worries. Just send like 0.00. Yeah, just send
Let's steal it back from them.
Yeah, send a little bit. So if you were able to successfully connect, try to donate a small amount of Ether to it. So for example, just donate like 0.00 like 5, and then just click write. And then this will, I think gas is really high right now.
Yeah. It's fine. It's like 1 minute. Like average block time 6 minutes.
Yeah. anyways, yeah, just donate a small amount to the contract, and then that should show up here in transactions here in a bit. So everyone just donate a small amount. Okay, I see there's some pending transactions and one successful one. Someone already donated a little bit of Ethereum.
You're not gonna get tax deduction on this one.
Oh, you're not gonna get it back.
It's not showing the internal transactions. Okay, here we go. Wow, so I donated the most so far.
If you don't listen to me, 3 zeros and a 1.
Why I cannot see the record like that?
So A7, try to refresh. So sometimes it's not continuous, but the cool things about this is like this is blockchain. Like you're seeing what's going on in the blockchain.
Oh,
It's real. It's not fake. So this is very exciting.
Okay, everyone good on this step? We can move on. Everyone's good?
Good.
All right, good. Okay. Now, the reason we have a smart contract in the first place is because, as mentioned earlier by Paul Intel, the code here is proof that we can trust the smart contract, because in this function here, like donate, we know that if we write to this function, we will donate money to this contract address no matter what. It's not like if we run the function, we're going to donate it to a scammer or some random contract address. We're going to donate it to this exact one, because we hard coded that into the contract code. Now let's go ahead and try the withdraw function. So everyone go back to the write contracts tab and then write to the withdraw function. Basically, what this function needs is your Ethereum address. So just copy your wallet address here. And then also it specifies an amount. The amount has to be less than or equal to the current balance in the smart contract. So just put any random amount and try to withdraw money from this smart contract. You can withdraw all of it if you want, if you're greedy, steal other people's money if you want.
I was found some of you are going to withdraw 0.007.
Yeah, that's the balance up there. Try and withdraw everything.
Okay, someone withdrew a very, very small amount.
Wait, I can't.
Look,
how can I find my? Should I write my address?
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Or is this too big?
Yeah, this. Can I connect?
Oh, yes, yes. You need to connect.
Wait, Zeno, does the withdrawal value need to be an int?
Oh, okay. No, shit, I think I made it a big number.
Yeah.
So this is actually, sorry guys, it's actually like 10 to the 18th power for the withdrawal.
It's in way.
It's in way, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So type in 1.
So
Yeah.
instead, just put like a big number here, like one big number, like 1,000.
Because the number is getting divided by 10 to the 18th.
Yeah.
Because so 1 ETH is 10 to the 18th of the smallest unit in Ethereum, which is way.
It's, yeah.
Wait, is it 1 to 18? It's like 1 to 8.
Yeah.
Is it like dollars to cents? Kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's like much bigger
Except it's
scale.
10 to the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I get that.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, yeah. So if you want to withdraw like this much, you will have to put this one.
So you like drew like a tiny.
And these are made up units. These are units specifically made up for Ethereum.
Yeah.
Wait.
Where's the one I was on? Okay. Okay, that's great. But I'm seeing some like withdrawal calls here. Okay, so I think everyone was successfully able to withdraw from this. So this is a bad smart contract design because if I was the owner of this organization, someone just came in and stole all my money if they wanted to. So how do we fix that? Very simple. I won't dive too much into it this time. I'll just quickly go over it. If we go back to your remix page here, the code actually has the line that we need here to prevent just anyone from withdrawing from the smart contract. If you guys scroll down on your file to the withdrawal function here, there should be a comment with 2 slashes. This, when you comment in Solidity, when it compiles, it will ignore this line of code when it compiles and deploys the blockchain. So if we simply just delete these 2 bars to uncomment the code, now it has a new condition here, which is basically saying, okay, we require whoever is writing to the function to be the owner. And the owner was set in the constructor. The owner is the person who deployed the contracts. So only the person who deployed the contract is able to withdraw from it. That is the one line that we added to this function to make it more secure. And there are lots of research in blockchain on how to make the most secure smart contracts, how to prevent all the funds from being accidentally directed to a scammer organization. But this is just a simple example of how we can secure the smart contract that we just used. Yeah, that's basically everything I had for the demo. Yep.
And that's the workshop. Well, you have either creating your wallets for the first time, or you deploy your smart contract for the first time. And obviously, we gloss over a lot of details in terms of the specifics of what other things can Remix as a platform do, or how do we write the smart contract, all those details we gloss over. But yeah, we will send out some. If you're not already on our emailing list, please sign up. It's Web3 Builders community, and if you're already on, we'll send the recording of the session as well as some like further materials to keep learning, so that you can learn a bit more about Solidity if you want to. Yeah, and then like in the future sessions, we'll go sort of deeper into more technical side of Solidity, maybe write an actual contract. Cool. All right, that would be it for the session.
Thank you.
Yeah.
後排呢，Intel 好，即係เข้าใจ